Now presenting
the RK Ultra Podcast,
Expanding Your Minds.
whether you want it or not.
Welcome to RK Ultra. Today we have a great episode planned. It's going to be a little bit of a free-for-all. Today with us again, joining us is Devin, and for the first time, Tyler. We wanted Tyler on to eat the hot pepper, and we want to do a lot of humiliating things to him, actually, but, we could finally get him tonight, so we'll settle for that. They're in the band Another Day in Paradise. We had, Nick with us last time, right?
That's what we call him. It's Nick.
How's that going, guys?
It's good, man. It's good. We're slowly but surely picking up gigs and just having more fun with it.
Yeah, you actually have some paying gigs?
Yeah. It's been really nice. The last couple gigs we've done have been really nice playing and everything.
Good. Have you had any bottles thrown at you?
No, not yet. Hopefully never, but not yet.
Okay.
We've had bottles given to us.
Oh,
of beer.
hey. All right.
We were playing over at City Limits in DeLand last weekend, and they were just constantly buying us just buckets of beer and shots and everything. That was pretty cool. Like, it was actually a really fun time over there.
Yeah, I think that was the first taste of Rockstar that I ever got, was just being fucking
It was
hammered
fun.
during the last set. I'm like, dude, and I have this shit on lock, right? Like, it's like we practice fucking twice a week, 4 hours at a time, and it was the first time that I was wasted, and I forgot the words to, like, every fucking song, dude. I felt like shit. I mean, like, we got good fucking, we got good reviews, dude, but I'm like, we would start, and I'd look back at Nick, or I'd look at Tyler, and I'd be like, what the does he say?
He'll look and he'll be like, how does this song? What's the word of the song?
That's what the people wanted.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, they even said, they will tell you, they're like, I want you wasted. And you're looking at them, you're like, I want me wasted too.
Well, okay, well, me and you agree then. You
Yeah,
know?
we're on the same page at
Well,
least.
that's the thing is, I imagine if they're just as drunk as you are, it doesn't matter. So
No,
they don't
yeah.
know the words either. Like, wonder why.
It's like, bro, you're here, I'm here. It's fucking 11 o'clock at night, dude. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Have you guys been tracking the Olympic breakdancing at the Olympics?
You know, at a certain point in time, you just got to ask yourself, why? Why would we do this? Why? What purpose does this bring to what we are trying to, that we are putting on television, live television?
Theatrical
Hey, break dancing is a
dance battles?
time-honored sport from the ancient 1980s. Definitely deserves a spot in the greatest, sports.
Spoken like a true 90s kid.
Yeah, right.
You guys saw the Australian breaker, Ray Gunn?
Who didn't?
You see her performance? Flopping around like a fish and
call
jumping
it a
around like a...
performance. I think that if you're trying to do anything professionally, right, under a point system and you end up with 0 points, if that's not a wake-up call, dude, I don't know what is.
0 points.
Yeah, it's nothing. you walked in there thinking you had literally anything, and you get nothing.
She got served. Right?
It's not even. There's not even a participation award. It's just like get off the floor.
0 points.
But, like, I wonder how, like, that system goes, like, because they have, like, these people, they're supposed to be really talented.
And they're fighting. Like
They're
no,
battling.
they're like break fighting.
Yeah.
Well, no, not just that. Like, how do they do the whole voting or whatever to get them in the Olympics? Like,
Probably moves. Like, it's probably like, how they do, what is it? The fucking the athletic part. Gymnastics, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brain.
I think it's all about like their position of power and stuff like that. Like fucking, they just
like,
get
this
bribed
guy's
right into it.
This guy's got more aura for sure, dude.
I think she was like the head of gender studies at a university or something like that. And
Naturally.
Was this like an Illuminati plant? Was this just something to fuck with people? You think, maybe?
I think there's plenty of that, dude.
there really is.
there's so much.
This doesn't even seem like reality.
It's like, what was the Olympics, 40 years ago. It was like, who could throw this weighted thing the farthest, you know, or like who can bench press the most, or maybe some gymnastics, dude. And then it's like, now we're breakdancing.
Yeah.
Now you gotta ride on these skis and shoot a gun. And that's how we're gonna measure.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's the best thing. It's like I can watch that shit all day. Fucking Olympic
That was
sport.
the sharpshooter, the Swedish guy. Did you see that too?
No, he was like from Turkey.
It was from Turkey. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. It was just like he had his hand in his pocket the whole time.
Like a lot of the sharpshooters had like specialized equipment and like glasses and like head, ear things and shit like that. And he was just sitting there, fucking nothing, hand in his pocket, and he got silver.
Turkish
Oh my God.
Craigslist hitman. I mean, if he had just been smoking a cigarette the whole time,
He's got to have headphones listening to something fucking ridiculous. So, he's got P. Diddy on the fucking ears.
P. Diddy live. He's fucking talking to him.
Yeah, bro, I'm about to catch silver and make a name for myself.
What happened to P. Diddy? Where's that guy? Are we gonna do anything about this?
Probably should. I mean, I think they actually are gonna like put him on trial for some sex trafficking related.
When?
They're only gonna live stream it
Never.
to Twitter X, bro. That freaking.
Yeah.
So we can have Elon Musk control the donations.
Did you guys know that there's a dwarf planet inside the asteroid belt of our solar system? It's called Ceres. It's like smaller than Pluto, but it's a dwarf planet.
Huh.
So you use the term planet, right? Like dwarf planet,
Yeah.
right? But then like Pluto's not considered a planet
Yeah.
anymore. Like, so how could something smaller, well, maybe it's not based on size.
Well-
Like planet's about like how it.
Well, what's
yeah.
interesting about it too is that it has water on it.
What?
It has water on it.
What's it doing out there?
I don't know. And it actually in
vibing.
certain parts of it emanates light.
Is it like frozen ice, maybe?
They think it might be reflections or like fucking volcanic activity that's just like producing light, but in the end they really just don't know what it is. So like there's a fucking dwarf planet out there that we don't really talk about that emanates light and has water on it.
That's why
It's called Ceres.
Ceres. I think I've heard of that. Yeah. That's why they renamed Pluto in the first place, because it was really too small to be an actual planet, and there's actually several dwarf planets, that like Pluto that are just a little bit further away from it. But I hadn't,
I don't know. That's been bothering me.
But it's just the terminology to me, maybe, right? Like it's like we're gonna call it a dwarf planet, not just big rock. If it's got water and volcanic ash on it, how is it not American soil yet? Like, how have we not been out there? Dude, we gotta be the first there. Where are our priorities at, dude?
You know what? And I agree with you. We are fucking lazy. In the 60s, we're like, let's get to the fucking moon. And we were like, yeah, well, let's do that. And we did that several times. Now we're like, Elon Musk is like, let's get to Mars, but like, come on, hurry up. Like
Space junk pisses me off so bad, dude. I don't understand. Space junk. You know what space junk is, right?
I can.
All of the shit, like the garbage and stuff that comes off of shuttles or comes out, like broken satellites and shit that we just haven't. Dude, there's so much fucking space junk. And it's just
like
floating and orbiting our planet.
Yeah.
Like, the shuttles and rockets that we shoot off now have to go through that to get out and like past our orbit, and it's just like a wall of shit. Like you're like, fucking, like you imagine like a passenger airliner that could fucking get up that high, where you see all this space junk, dude. You would be like, this sucks, dude. Get me on a boat. Like I've seen everything now, dude.
Yeah, no, I never really thought of that. I know there are like thousands of satellites in orbit, so
But like. And it's fucking ridiculous. Like in my brain, right? I'm like, how could we not see that as a problem? Because one day that shit's just gonna start falling from the sky, dude. And
decaying orbits. They do that too. They like bring down old satellites.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they're
purpose
supposed
sometimes.
to.
Yeah. You imagine the old like Warner Brothers TV satellites just
shit like that.
Shooting out TV shows you haven't seen since you were a kid into the space.
It's all getting played off of like Russian transistor radios, like on fucking like various frequencies.
Oh man, that shit's amazing. That like the billionaires are the first like citizens that get to go to space. You know, you got Bezos shooting himself up there for whatever fucking reason. And I was like, oh, I guess that's the logical thing you do when you're the richest fucking person on the planet is you start going to space. Fucking Musk did it too.
I mean, when you have that much money too, like what
else are you gonna do?
You're gonna think of some wild things too.
Yeah.
Like
That's why like people are like, oh, this person built a giant underground bunker. Is the apocalypse coming? I'm like, no, this person just has $45 billion and has
Nothing better to do with it.
you know, might as well have a giant underground bunker if you have that much money.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm like that 45 billion. Like I like even so, like you know, I mean, like Elon Musk, fucking Jeff Bezos, all their net worth and shit. It's like, dude, will there ever be a point where there's like a ceiling to how much money that you have? Do you think that it should?
No, I don't really think that it should.
Okay.
And like,
I just think the people with the money should be more responsible.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, because it's all about recirculation, right? We're getting to a point where like maybe we could always print more money. I mean, you can always plant more trees, but I think the time frequencies vary there.
well, the problem with printing more money is it makes it worth less. You know?
Exactly. So it's like it's about like when you have the money. You're right. You're like doing it with better things because no matter how you spend it, as long as you're spending it, it goes back into the economy and fluctuates yourself. If you have $45 billion and you're just sitting on it, not buying anything, dude, that money is just sitting there liquidating itself for you. You know, it's like you are going to die before that matters, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you die and you don't have a will, 40% of it just goes to the government.
That's very true.
Yeah. But and most people with that, much money, it's not that like they have cash sitting in the bank, $45 million. No, they own shares of companies. They own
other shit.
They own their own companies and they own, like the Elon Musk and the second richest guy in the world, which is some Saudi Arabian dude, like they beat each other out just from where the stocks are at. Sometimes when the like Tesla's down, he's the second richest guy in the world for like 3 months. And then he goes back, but you're right. What do you do with all that?
What do you do with all that?
What would you
me.
What would you do with $45 billion? Like the first thing, come on, man. It's like
I'd buy a small country.
Don't give me some like like poor person perspective, dude. I'm saying like the biggest thing you can think of poor person perspective.
I'd build a new fucking
I would
Rome.
pay off my car.
Well,
honestly, like if I just somehow accumulated $45 billion
Woke up one day.
just one day, like, or just whatever happened, I won the lottery or something. I honestly, I just want to just like buy a really nice house. Like
I'd go to Denny's.
Buy like a land up north, like
Go to Disney World.
like a good amount of land, and just fucking build that shit out, dude.
Dude, $45 billion, I would have 7 houses. I'd
dude.
I'd own 6 McDonald's.
See, I'm the problem.
$45
billion.
That's not enough.
I'm buying out every ticket at a Taylor Swift concert just to say that I did.
Just leave it empty.
I'm gonna make her sing one song for 45 minutes. And it's 22, bitch.
It's like you buy out the entire stadium she's playing at, but it's only just one person in the crowd.
It's just you.
It's just you.
Yeah, and you're like all the way in the back.
You don't even
like
clap.
you're like up in the VIP booth. You can't even see you.
You're in the
You
AC.
suck.
You've clearly got your headphones in and you're watching.
Yeah.
You're just watching TikTok of things.
That's funny as shit.
All right. I think we're going to end it there tonight. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having
It's
us.
been a great, insane talk. Very off the walls. Good luck with the band. So where can they follow your band on social media?
Yeah, dude. We're on Instagram. It's 80ip.band or Another Day in Paradise on other platforms. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, whatever the kids are using nowadays.
Okay. All right. Well, you can find us on X and Instagram at RKUltraCast.
Or find us at www.rkultra.com.
So follow us because we'll be following you straight through the space junk.
Right.